Hello YouTube and welcome back to a new video with me, Rams fan YT. In today's video, we're going to be watching Paraguay versus France. It's going to be a huge game. Obviously, Paraguay got through on that penalty shootout up against Germany in the round of 32. France, well, they're favourites for this whole tournament, and they got past Senegal in the last round. I only watched one round of 32 game. Actually, that's a lie. I watched two, but both of them while I was on holiday. So there was no live watch along for the previous round, but some tasty games. I saw the likes of Cape Verde going to extra time against Argentina and the likes. So we'll yet again be hoping for potentially an upset in this one. The last time these two played, France did win 5-0. Paraguay have gone very defensive in their lineup. They've gone with a 5-4-1. So a lot of defenders in that. Their lineup has got Gil in goal, a back five of Alonso, Alderete, Gomez, Velasquez, and Caceres. A midfield four of Miguel Almiron, Newcastle fans will know him, Galarza, Cubas, and another Gomez. And this one is Diego Gomez. The other one who is captain is Gustavo Gomez. And up top is, of course, Enciso, a very good player who currently plays his trade for Strasbourg. Well, France, they've gone with a 4-2-3-1. They've got Magnan in goal, a back four of Jules Koundé, Dio Upamecano, William Saliba, and Luca Digne. A holding midfield two of Kone and Rabiot, an attacking midfield three of Barcola, who is looking likely to close into a deal moving to Arsenal at the moment, Elise, and Ousmane Dembele, who is obviously the current Ballon d'Or holder. And leading the line is, of course, captain Kylian Mbappe. Who else would it be? It is going to be a huge game if Paraguay manage to pull off, quite frankly, the impossible. We're still about 8 minutes away before kickoff. If you have got any predictions, put them in the comments down below. I think it's going to be something like 5-0 to France. I can't see Paraguay managing to get lucky twice and knocking out another former World Cup champion. In terms of those who have been asking about predictions, the first predictions video will hopefully be coming out this week, towards the end of the week, maybe on Friday. And there'll be posts for the tier 7 down to 10 predictions, hopefully starting with tomorrow. Yes, the two teams are in the tunnel. Gomez and Mbappe ready to lead their respective teams out. France in their resplendent royal blue with a lovely collar, whereas Paraguay looking almost like Atletico Madrid in their red and white stripes. There's a wave of tricolours across the fans in America. They are, I believe, are they in Kansas City for this game? Let me just quickly check on that one. I think they are on the Lincoln Financial Field, which is in Philadelphia. A very big stadium indeed. Mainly used for American football, of course. And you can tell that by the sheer size of the ground. A lot of fans, a lot of atmosphere. The referee is actually from Uzbekistan, no less. Ilgaz Tantashev. He will be controlling the game, making sure there's no dirty play, which I'm sure there wouldn't be. But you never know. Few nicky dark arts may be employed by Paraguay, and that needs to be stamped out nice and early by the ref. We don't want to see a dirty game, of course. I mean, it's a lot of people will be looking at the likes of and Sinzo, Almiron, see what they can do. They're about to present the national anthems, which always seems a bit silly when the players don't even bother singing them at this point. But you know, it's a bit of tradition, and wow. So everyone was worried about the stadiums not filling out early on. Well, we're not anymore. Why is that guy dressed like Santa Claus and wearing a Hawaii shirt? I will not know. But well, that's the live feed for you. You know, he's got his moment in the sunshine. Clearly, dressing like a fool does something for people. The players are now coming out. Nothing but determination on the faces of all the players. They know how important it is. A place in the quarterfinals awaits the winner of this one. Of course, if there is no winner after normal time, that will go to extra time and then a penalty shootout. And last time it went to penalties for Paraguay, well, they knocked out Germany. And of course, it was, I mean, Germany can maybe consider themselves a bit unlucky considering they did seem to have the ball in the back of the net legitimately, only for a very controversial decision to rule that out. But to a lot of great people's delights, Paraguay managed to make it count. Didier Deschamps taking his team out for the umpteenth time as manager, and he's been so successful with his nation, hasn't he? Nobody can fault him as a coach, and there's rumours he might be leaving at the end of this tournament. He seemed to have heavily implied it, and you know what? Whatever happens, he can leave out on a high. And so, yes, I think France, well, we all know the quality that they do possess in their arsenal. Well, you know, you just need to have a quick look through that lineup and just see the likes of Elise, Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. These are the sort of players who can make things happen, you know, the action going forward. Elise maybe the one which England got away from England. Paraguay themselves have actually won 2 major championships before. I don't think many people necessarily realise that, but they are a team certainly not to be messed with. Just looking at their honours list, they won the Copa America in 1953 and 1979. France, well, they obviously won the 2018 World Cup. Who can forget that one, eh? But they also have won the World Cup in 1998 as well as the FIFA Confederations Cup twice and the UEFA European Championship in 1984 and 2000. They're still waiting for Euros. Maybe they can get it in the upcoming British Euros in 2028. I certainly hope that England at least performs for the British Isles. But the national anthems are currently being sung. We've got the Paraguay national anthem being sung at the moment. It means that we're only a couple of minutes away from kickoff in Philadelphia. I noticed while we were away, we reached 270 subscribers. Thank you very much for all the support. It has been immense, and we're trying to now cover as many World Cup games between now and the end of the tournament. Hopefully, there will be most of them. There's no guarantee I'll be able to do ones which like kick off at 4 a.m. in the morning, but I'm hoping to be able to stay up in time for the England one. It may need a couple of caffeinated beverages, as France are now singing their national anthem. And, well, there's a lot of, you know, they're dead concentrated, these players. And rightfully so. You wouldn't want anybody sort of, you know, out of their headspace. They've been preparing for this game since they were confirmed up against Paraguay in the next round. A lot of training. They're certainly favourites for the tournament, are France, and I think we can understand why. We've seen them before. Great overall teamwork, and we are moments away from kickoff. I'll run through the lineups in a minute again one more time, just so that everyone knows who is playing. But all the handshakes going on over the mascots' heads. Bit of an awkward situation, that. Aren't the mascots normally meant to leave first before they do the handshakes? I'm pretty certain that's meant to be the case. I thought for a moment there might be a goalkeeper kit clash because there's one. The Paraguay one is all in orange. The French one is all in yellow. But it seems all right. I went to my first non-league game of the 26-27 season, a pre-season friendly between Percy Main and North Shields. Both their goalkeepers were wearing orange. I think that's a bit more understandable at that level of football, seeing one of them at least plays in Tier 12. So it's all to play for. I think all of the people who root for an underdog are wanting Paraguay to win this one. And I think most England fans also want Paraguay to win this one. Whether it happens, I think it's highly unlikely. But you can never say never. It has been a World Cup of upsets. Cape Verde taking Argentina to extra time. DRC forcing England to leave their tie late and obviously drawing against Portugal as well. Uruguay going out of the competition nice and early. So the match officials are a combination of Uzbekistan and Qatari players, or referees rather. I don't understand why they have 5 officials. I don't understand what the 5th one is meant to do. They are doing a coin flip. Your VAR officials, one's from Chile, one's from Italy, and one's from the USA. They'll be looking if there's anything controversial going on in this game. And we are going through the lineups. For Paraguay, got Orlando Gil in goal, Junior Alonso, Alderete, captain Gustavo Gomez, Gustavo Velasquez, Jose Caceres, Galaza, who's on a yellow, by the way, and Cubas, who is also on a yellow, Diego Gomez, former Newcastle player Miguel Almiron, and Julio Enciso with his dyed bright hair in a 5-4-1. And for France, they got Mike Magnan in goal, Lucas Digne, I think he's still at Everton, William Saliba, Arsenal centre-back, Uber Meccano, Jules Koundé, midfield defensive duo of Rabiot and Manu Kone, Barcola out on one side, Mikel Olise in the attacking position, and Dembele Usman on the other side, with Mbappe, who is captain, up top. It is a star-studded lineup. We know how good France are. We don't need to use any more superlatives to describe how good this team has been. But they have got a few upsets in them, and Gustavo Alfaro will be looking to be the latest one to upset the apple cart for a second time. Didier Deschamps will be hoping his team avoid that slippy banana skin of a game. They are about to kick off, and it's France who will be kicking off, who are going from right to left. And they're all in their splendid royal blue. I think it's Mbappe who will probably be kicking us off. Such a big stadium, but you can tell it's an NFL one, really. Everyone in position, and we're almost ready to go. Another delayed kickoff, 3 minutes this time. They just can't seem to kick off a game on time, can they, FIFA? You'd expect better. It's all because of this advertisement, isn't it, that America are doing. And to the annoyance of a great many people, I imagine. Come on, mate. Get us ready. Get us underway. We're all busy waiting. The referee takes another look at his watch. And we are underway. I hate that strategy so much. They've just booted it downfield for a Paraguay throw-in. Happens almost every single time. I understand why they do it, but it doesn't half annoy me. So Paraguay with an early throw-in. Rabiot gets his header on it, but it goes all the way back. And Mike Manu's having to run to keep that into play. That was a heavy, heavy pass back to the goalkeeper there. Saliba battling with Gomez, Diego that is, and France do manage to come away with it. Fast moving already out on the right-hand side it is. It's going to be run up the pitch. I think it's Elise with it now. He goes out wide to Dembele, who gets the return to... couldn't quite, and it's smothered away downfield by Paraguay. Mbappe was lurking. It's certainly going to be a lot of possession for France, I imagine. Upamecano with Rabiot. And utilising everyone, Luca Digne. Just content to keep it across the back with Saliba there. But it's going to... There's plenty of attacking options. Cuts in field. That's a poor pass by Mbappe. Is that a foul? I would say not. Get up, Elise. Is what everyone is saying. Saliba has options. Goes forward. Great forward play at the moment. A lifted ball over by Rabiot is headed clear by Paraguay. All of their players in the defensive half looking for a break. France play. Actually, everyone apart from French goalkeeper is in the Paraguay half. That's gone out for a Paraguay throw-in. May have stayed in, but or did it come off Caceres last? It may have been a block. But it's already quickly already on the other side. But Paraguay come away with it. Nice work by Almiron. Can't quite keep it under control there. It's all on the right-hand side of the pitch at the moment. But a switch of play is certainly on. And Rabiot has it now. Switches out to Luca Digne, the former Evertonian fullback. I think he might have signed for Villa. I can't remember, though. I never keep track of transfers. It's out wide at the moment. It's going to be cut inside by the number 11, Elise. Oh, no, he's gone round and opted to go short. He has got the return, though. Ready for a cross. Elise crosses it in. He can't quite find the target. Mbappe will get it, though, on the edge of the area. But Paraguay managed to defend well. They got everyone behind the ball. That's sloppy, that. But they're lucky to get a return. Luca Digne is pressing, though. But Paraguay will clear it down the field. And it's headed out for a Paraguayan throw-in. Asinso was chasing, and Saliba's had to do a bit of recovery there. Well, the first proper chance, I think it's fair to say, for Paraguay to slightly threaten the French attack, as they've got a throw-in by Caceres in the attacking half. And they're going a long throw. We know that's what they prefer to do. And they've managed to come away with it quite nicely there, actually. The speed of some of these players, it's certainly something to be impressed upon. It's with Mike Mannion, who goes short to Saliba, who will run down the field, enabling his teammates to push on forward, go past him. He opts to go cross field, and all a bit of a muchness at the moment. It's out on the far side. Upamecano. Plenty of opportunities to get some touches in. And the thing is, balls like that, it's just ridiculous. Two very cheaply given away possession, and France will get it. on the halfway line. There's plenty of blue shirts forward, but they're content to just keep possession at the moment. And we saw how effective that was in the Spain versus Austria game the other night. Just tires people out, but sometimes stuff like that happens. And I thought Paraguay were going to have a great break there. They still might. No. Saliba will clear up and start the forward attack again. Out wide with the number 7 for France, which is headed behind, though, at the cross and cleared downfield by Paraguay for Enciso to chase. He might get there. He doesn't quite. He's lost the aerial duel. And France will yet again reclaim possession. A fair, decent amount of forward play. Mbappe goes out wide to Luca Digne. Cuts back in field looking for a return. But Miguel Aymaron putting his body on the line to clear the ball. A corner for first, and it goes into France's direction. A great chance for Dembele to whip a cross in here. The cross comes in, it's headed away. Might keep that in, actually. I don't know whether I prefer a throw-in or not. I think it was Gomez, or maybe it was Vasquez who was the last one on the header. France have got it again. Luca Digne here, options ahead of him. He decides to go back to Saliba. It's not necessarily the type of football I like, is when you go backwards. But can't deny France have been a very good attacking force at the moment. There is a French player down, by the way. He's still not got back up. I think it might have even been, is it Elise here? It's hard to tell. Well, a momentary flash across the screen. He's claiming a head injury. It's not Elise, it's someone else. Luca Digne passing the ball forward, looking for the thread through the eye of a needle, and can't quite manage. That's ridiculous under no pressure whatsoever, Caceres or Vasquez. Digne to fake this throw in, and he opts to go back to Saliba, who will look to switch the play. Plenty of options ahead, but currently switching the play is the preferred method by Upamecano. Rabiot goes back to his defensive partnerships. And great fast movement would be muchly appreciated. Spain tend to be quite fast in their attack. France maybe a bit more methodical, you could say. Enciso is trying to cut out pass, but it has found Saliba. But that pass is intercepted. And there is a chance for Paraguay to work on the wings with Almiron here. He's having to track back, though, and managed to get a great pass off there. He can't quite find his man, but wasn't a bad effort. I don't mind that. He's trying to find Enciso, of course, the target man in this 5-4-1 system, a very defensive system, which has currently kept France quite far away. And they're looking to do a similar tactic as they did against Germany, and potentially get a goal nicked on the counter-attack. Saliba has gone forward to his wide men, and Luca Digne will cut in field. Mbappe interlinking with Elise. It's gone out wide here. A chance to get a cross in. It's headed up. That could go anywhere. This is a no man's land. Rabiot is currently involved in it. Was that a shove? No, says the referee. Rabiot can't believe it. He's adamant he was fouled. We'll see that, I'm sure. Mbappe to Luca Digne. Tried to go for the cross. Doesn't quite succeed. Luca Digne will get it back, and he's gone to Mbappe, who is now out wide, although he is meant to be the target man. He's a bit of everywhere, Mbappe, isn't he? He's that sort of player. And let's look at that penalty shout again. You could well say that was potentially one. I think he is looking up in the air, but he has, shoulder barged into the back of Rabiot. I've seen them given, and Sinjo has it. And he's going forwards. He's basically going on his own, though. He hasn't got anyone around him. He's claiming that Saliba fouled him. Malino's telling him to get up, and he was right next to that. So I'm not going to doubt his judgment for that. Going forward, France out wide, a great opportunity here if they can get the cross in. They opt to go back. The shot comes in. Oh, it's scurried away. They'll have to have a bit of a reset. They had a chance there, I'd say, if they managed to get the cross off. They couldn't quite manage it, though. Lifted up, trying to find the run of Mbappe. Was it Mbappe? No, it wasn't. It was number 12. I do apologise. He was completely onside. But couldn't quite get there. Timed his run to perfection. Sure, Didier Deschamps wants a bit more goal mouth action because at the moment there's not really been, I don't think there's even been a shot registered at the moment. And that's a bit of a problem if you want to win games. Flicked up. Can Almiron got there? He's in a battle and he loses out to Rabiot. But Paraguay have come away with it. That's surely a foul. It is. Kone is the one who is the culprit for the foul there. He's just cut in there. And number 23 had no impossible way he could have stayed on his feet in that position. So foul rightfully given. It's a good opportunity, this, for piling men forward. Alderete seems to be in a good position. Alderete, rather. As is Gomez. Almiron potentially could be an option as well. It's either one who's going to be taking the set piece. The set piece is taken. It's headed away. And a chance to run by Elise. He can go and feed through the ball if he needs to. There are runners coming forward, and he's opted to go backwards. It's just negative to do that. And Elise is now on the floor for whatever reason. Saliba. He's definitely down there looking for foul. Mbappe is so deep at the moment. It's so frustrating at times because he should be up there and he's not. He's currently lurking all the way far out left. I don't know if they've switched something around. Elise has it now. And has that been given as a free kick? I think it might have done. Elise can't believe it. I'm not too convinced. Arsene Wenger is in attendance. It's probably not too much of a surprise there, seeming he is a Frenchman himself. A free kick then for Paraguay. The goalkeeper will take it. He's been told to hurry up. He's gone long. Headed onwards by France. It's turned to a bit of an aerial tennis, but Paraguay have managed to come away with it. Untidy, it is fair to say, but they've managed to keep possession. They've kicked the ball far, far downfield. That'll go for a goal kick for Mike Mannion there. Caceres, I don't know what this player is doing at the moment. He's frustrating the heck out of me. It's just such a waste of possession. Such a waste. I can't believe they're already playing like they want a draw. Obviously, that is not an option. And coming forward, out wide to Luca Digne. Who passes in a return to Kone, I believe it is. And they're coming forward again. Out wide to Elise. Not Elise, Dembele. They keep on switching positions, Dembele and Elise, of who's the one who's wide. It's a very fluid attacking team at this present moment. Infield comes the number 12, He's done a great bit of skill there. Luca Digne putting a cross in, and it's too deep, and it will be collected by the Paraguayan goalkeeper. Not a bad effort. Don't mind that. Just need someone's on the end of it. Alma on with it now. Gets for 1-2. He's forced backwards because he's surrounded by blue shirts and has won his team though a throw in as the last touch came off Saliba. I mean, the possession stats are going to be well dominant towards France, I should imagine, for this first half of football. Cacero's taking a throw in. It's gone far and too far, really. It's gone all the way back to the French defence, who will have another chance to launch an attack here using out wide positions. Dembele's gone forward to Elise, who can't quite get it under control, and it will go to Paraguay's goalkeeper. It's not a bad effort. Pumped down forward, trying to get to Ncinzo, but a bounce just goes way over him. And instead, it will be back with France and back with Rabiot. It's been a hot minute since he's been on the ball. At the moment, it's just everyone's getting a touch. And Mbappe's had time to run great. Can't quite direct it goalwards. But he had a great run there. And a 4, he could have just about... It was always going to be a struggle, and he's inches away from making a good connection there. And he appreciates it, and he understands that was a good effort. By the way, 150 passes completed for France compared to Paraguay's 19, about 17 minutes in, is very much testament to how much of a ball France has had at the moment. I mean, you can't really complain much if you're a French fan other than take a shot. They have managed to get themselves a corner. Elise has won it for his team, and he will be the man to take it. He's gone short and quick. That's a poor cross. Straight into the lines of the Paraguay man with no French player anywhere near him. Not sure why they've necessarily done that. Decision making questionable in that regard. Might have even been Dembele who did that. Normally, decision making is 10 times better. That is going to be a throw for Paraguay. It's going to look it's very difficult to break down this Paraguayan defence at the moment, as France found out. But holding on for 90 minutes against this relentless barrage of French assault is going to be difficult. That is a nick. And hefty roll. A yellow card has been produced. Very early for a yellow card. It's Barcola. I think he's tried to get the ball, but he's caught Caceres. I don't think that's a yellow, to be honest. I think he's ball a reaction more than anything. He's tried to get the ball, and his boots just hopped through when the ball's not there and managed to hit Caceres. I mean, there's nothing he can do. He can't really pull out at that position. I feel bad for Barcola to get a yellow in this position. First name Bradley. Just doesn't feel very French, does it, the name Bradley? But Mbappe is trying to plead with a referee, saying, look, it's not a yellow. I'd be inclined to agree with him there. Well, we're almost at the 20-minute mark. And it's going to be a free kick. Caceres is having words with a ref. I'm not sure what about, to be honest. He got his yellow card. That is the weirdest line I've ever seen. What? Why are you... That's cheeky, Paraguay. That's very cheeky. They've cleared off the foam. Miguel Almiron has done it a solid yard ahead of where it was. He's nipped it down for that's poor. That's gone out for a throw in for France. The Maz deserved because, to be honest, you couldn't find Gomez, but to take that extra yard and do a bit of that skullduggery, I'm not a fan of it. Not in the slightest. It's gone back for another throw in for France, slightly further up the field as Gomez got the touch on it. Diego Gomez, that is. France having a whale of a time at the moment. All the possession and all the forward momentum. I mean, the problem is I haven't really made a lot of use of it at the moment. Upamecano to Saliba. Good forward pass there in intention to get to Barcola. Barcola has it now. He's just been muscled out of that, and Almiron will get it. Long down the field by Paraguay to try and get to Nsinzo. He might get the seconds here. Needs to be alert, Saliba. He has been dispossessed. But can't quite keep it under control of the number 23. And France will therefore launch a counter-attack. They've usually been a team just to build up on an attack, but this time they are on a counter. And got options going forward, Kone, and he's gone for a long shot, and it's wide. Not a bad effort from Kone. From the distance he was at, he just saw the headlines and he snatched at it a bit. He's just wide. Oh, he claims it's had a nick and it's going to be a free corner kick. Not too sure about that. Didn't seem to take a deflection to me. But it is what it is. Luca Digne has it now. Up and Dembele hits with Kone opting to go out wide. Saliba back to Kone. Out wide with Rabiot, who's delivered across and it's going deep. He's trying to find the runner Dembele, and Paraguay have conceded a corner from Velasquez. Another opportunity here. Another chance for Dembele to show his skills. Cross comes in. No one can connect to it. It was Mbappe who was searching for it. Couldn't quite get the connection. It's all just horribly gone wrong, and it will be a Paraguay goal kick. Hydration break quite early. Great opportunity to tell you that this game is 0-0. But we're doing plenty of World Cup action, and my predictions will be coming out towards the end of this week in the video for Tier 6 of the English Football League. I think it's just been a bit of a bang average game, to be honest. I mean, I would argue France's forward play should have been a bit better. I think we could probably argue that. Everybody in France's team has had some touches, but I don't think necessarily the greatest ones. I might have a hydration break myself. This is the second round of 16 tie to be played. Earlier on today, Canada were knocked out by Morocco 3-0. It wasn't ever a 3-0 game. I managed to catch the second half after I came home from a non-league game. I just don't think... I think the scoreline flattered Morocco a bit in the first half. From what I saw, Morocco were very much penned out, and eventually they had some great counter-attacking football, Morocco, and they're a good team. They seem to adapt their play very well for the different oppositions. They're going to be quite a difficult team to come up against. I think the winner of this one plays against Morocco, which everyone suspects to be France, but not necessarily sure. Have a moment 0-0 at this hydration break, which seems to be taking longer than all the previous hydration breaks, and getting exhausted, to be honest, just watching how long these things take. Just extra 2 minutes of wasting your time faffing about. It does look hot there, I must say. It does look hot. How are the Paraguay fans having fans? Is it meant to be like really hot in Paraguay all the time? Right, we're starting again with a Paraguayan goal kick. Not a lot the goalkeeper's had to do, to be honest. Hasn't really been tested, which is a testament to his back five. So, Gil to take this goal kick. Goes downfield, hopped out wide quite substantially. Rabiot wins the header, but it will only come to a throw-in for Paraguay. Fourth official pointing out where it's to be taken from. Caceres will take the throw-in. It's gone long. Uruguay has to deal with this. It's into the grateful arms of Mike Mannion. And a quick counter-attack will ensue. 29 seconds ball recovery time for Paraguay, compared to 11 to France. And, well, Paraguay have managed to come away with it here. And there's a great chance of a counter-attack. There's a bit of pace about him. Surely it's not Miguel Almiron. Oh, the cross comes in, but it's a poor cross, to be honest. But Paraguay are now coming alive after this hydration break. We've seen the momentum switch so many times in this World Cup already. The shot comes in, it's blocked, and the second comes in, and it's just a bit of a miscue and all done a bit wrong, to be honest, by Gomez. But don't mind the effort. It's the first proper Paraguayan chance, I'd say. The first one's blocked, the second one's just a poor miscue. Early warning signs indeed. Barcola, though, has it, and it's just too heavy of a header, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all, Barcola. He's running back to the defensive duties. As every minute passes by, and you just feel Paraguay could nick something, you know. If they go into the lead at half-time, it's going to be very difficult for France to win this game. The goal kick goes long. Rabiot flicks on backwards, so it has to be a recovery by Lika Digne to prevent it from going out for a throw-in. Mike Mannion has received it, and a chance to come again. It's out wide, I believe, with Dembele, who's cut it inside to Elise. Lovely interplay, and it's gone past everybody in both blue and red and white. It's been all the way out wide, eventually hacked downfield to Saliba, who will pass it to Rabiot, who will go again. Barcola surrounded by red and white shirts. Is that a foul? No, says the ref, even though one of the Paraguayan players is down holding their legs. I think it's Miguel Almiron, actually. I mean, a bit of an over-dramatist. He always has been. Definitely an overreaction from him. Just confirming that. Moments before, just a cross that if there was someone lurking there, just tap it behind. It was a great ball in from, well, I think it was unlucky maybe, because the pass by Dembele was deflected, and so it just sort of went past the goal mouth and not to the person intended. Gil takes the free kick, which was eventually given. Lifted up Gomez, but Digne will get the seconds. That's surely a free kick. It is indeed. Never in doubt. I'm sure in a moment that France will be quite happy with their possession stats, but maybe not in terms of the chances. It is currently 0-0, half an hour in. Going forward is Elise. He's just surrounded by red and white shirts. And cross comes in by Dembele. Tried to head it, but he couldn't quite get there, Mbappe. Wasn't too bad of an effort, though. With cross again coming in. I think it was actually took a touch off Paraguayan player. I think. No, she's just gone across the face of goal. And the throw-in is taken downfield, and Sinzo trying to get there, and he can. He's just got to get round. Oh, Upamecano standing his ground nicely there. I don't mind that by both of Sinzo and a great bit of defensive work when called upon by Upamecano. The throw-in comes long. Did Saliba pull the player down there other than Sinzo? Sinzo certainly thinks so, but no, says the ref, a goal kick instead. Quick progressive play forward, as we've come to expect this French side to do. Saliba, cross to Upamecano. Going forward, Elise can't quite manage that. I think it was actually Dembele. It's gone over for a throw-in anyway. Pushing forward. Rabiot's got it now, and he's got a long shot on him, and it's gone way, way over. Been with the French team for a while, Rabiot. Bit of a stalwart, and obviously not afraid to take a long shot, although this one did end up over the crossbar by quite a substantial amount, actually. There were probably better options there. There has been a free kick, and Sinzo being impeded by Saliba. The Arsenal centre-back giving away a free kick by pulling him down yet again. This one's, well, it's a bit over dramatic by Sinzo, but right decision. The Paraguayan flopping around, not really needed. Almiron in discussions with Gomez about who will take this free kick. It comes in, and Mannion has claimed it. What is going on there? What are you doing, Caceres? Mike Mannion is rightfully fuming. He's just been walked all over like a flipping stepladder. You know exactly what you've done, mate. What are you doing? Right. Coming forward, Rabiot. He's got options ahead of him. He goes with a out wide to Digne. Probably the best option there. Infield to Mbappe, who has won his team a free kick, and it's getting a bit scrappy. The referee is literally putting his body in the line at the moment. It's all getting a bit scrappy here. Oh, there's all a massive melee going on. Goalkeeper's trying to break it up for Paraguay. At the moment, the referee is losing control of this game. Almiron trying to calm his team. A bit of level-headed experience there. The referee is going to have to do something here. Because at the moment, this is going to end up quite badly. You can't really complain, to be honest. Kubas did foul, and then, it's a bit of an unwarranted push by Mbappe. But they're all laughing now, all smiles all round. We all know that the tensions, I think, are still very much there, I'm going to be honest. And Sinzo go right back. Right, there you go. Elise with the free kick. Almost, I would say almost a World Cup class talent, Elise. And he's just unlucky there. Kubas actually with one being heading it behind. And Dembele, another world-class player, will take the corner kick. It comes in, headed away. The seconds straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Not bad by Jules Koundé at all. I've not really mentioned much, but he has had the ball. There is a head injury for a Paraguayan player. I'm not entirely sure why. They didn't touch him. No one was near him. Was it the moments before that, potentially? When from a header behind from Yuna? I don't know. Anyway, we're back underway with a drop ball for the goalkeeper of Paraguay. Forward he goes. Headed away, but the seconds will come to Paraguay. One of the players took a tumble and has been told to get back onto his feet. Forward quickly now. Dembele tries cutting field, but recovered well by Paraguay, who will pump it downfield. Saliba with a back pass to Mannion. He's being applied under pressure by Nsinzo. He is on his own, though, and it's gone quite easily to Upamecano. But carry on ratting around and a bit of pressure, Nsinzo. I don't mind this. Forcing mistakes, and Paraguay have got the ball. And Nsinzo adamant of a free kick there. Didn't get it. Elise dispossessed in midfield. Almiron has it. He's got pace in him considering his age. Megst Luca Digne as well. Gomez unfortunately got the last touch there. Diego Gomez giving away a goal kick, but he was so close to being in a great position. It's taken quickly, and France will accelerate down the field. Someone's just off the screen, just absolutely fallen to the floor. Dembele with a shot. Mbappe, it is, who took the tumble. He's holding his chest. I didn't see necessarily what happened because it was all so fast. I don't know why he's gone up. That's an overreaction, surely. Just seeing that angle, I don't think... He has slapped him in the arm, but not the chest. If anything, he caught the arm. Galaza, that is. I don't think there was much in there. Definitely not what Mbappe is making out for it. He's whining far too much, for my opinion, in that. They've got a corner. I'll have to settle for that. Dembele has it. And cross comes in. It's gone deep. It's headed behind. I think that touched Mbappe, who wants a penalty. I don't think he's going to get one there. He's grappling and tumbling, and I mean, it's an overreaction again. I think it might be another corner. Or should be anyway. But it's not. It's a goal kick. Mbappe is not happy. This game, as predicted, is quite scrappy. And Sinzo might get there. He does. Great header. don't think that's a free kick. He's gone for the ball. Yeah, he's constantly in the ball. France got a free kick. Just turning absolutely scrappy. Upamecano to Rabiot. Using the wide options nicely. Barcola having to run all the way back, though, to his centre-backs, and he's dropping deep, Barcola. Koundé with it now. Out wide. He gets the return, he tries to do the cross, and won his team a corner kick. Not bad from the lad at all. Dembele takes the corner. Well, Elise is. Well, there you go. Or tricked everyone, including his own teammates, for that corner kick routine. Cross comes in, punched away. American Independence Day, obviously, is today, so there'll be a lot of jubilant fans. Bowled out by Gill. Not bad that at all, actually. And Sinzo's adamant that he's been fouled, so he's not up with play. Mike Mannion bowls it underarm to Luca Digne, who will start the French attack. Match momentum has actually been slowly decreasing from France throughout since this hydration break. You've still been definitely the dominant side, but there's been spells that Paraguay have been in this now. Only a few minutes left of this half. Looks like it might be entering in goalless. Upamecano. Go forward by Elise, who's gone out to Dembele. He's got options. He decides to go back to Elise. He's sort of dropping deep a bit this game somewhat. Upamecano whips it forward to Dembele. He has a quick 1-2 with Koundé and has won his team a throw-in. Elise goes to Saliba. To Digne. Why is Mbappe so deep? Cross to Upamecano, field to Upamecano. If I'm Deschamps, I'm saying to Mbappe, you need to be forward more. Koundé's done another long pile drive effort. But it's just frustrating. The strategy, I'm wondering what Deschamps is thinking about this. Finding it difficult to break down this Paraguayan defence, that's for sure. Digne has it. Very, very deep. And they're tiring a bit, the French, I think. So much attacking play. It's so little reward. Rabiot. Out to Barcola. Barcola goes cross field but can't. Well, he gets to Elise, but Dembele's got it now. He's in the penalty area, but white and red shirts surround him and they can break free, actually, because they've managed to get the ball from that. Oh. Well, Paraguay for a counter here. Upamecano has it covered. The French defence is also fairly stalwart, it must be said. They've so far not really been threatened much. Mbappe on this near side. He's got not really much options, to be honest. He might have to go back. He does. He goes back to Rabiot. Upamecano, great unlocking pass, which was given to Rabiot. Barcola with a great back pass there. Rabiot again and a long shot. We are entering into stoppage time. We've got 3 minutes of it. Not much of it at all. I think this is definitely going for 0-0 at half time. Which only could please Paraguay fans. We'd be surprised if France would be happy with that performance so far this half, unless they score here. Oh, they've given away the ball cheaply there. Nsinzo can run. Upamecano, though, might have this covered, but Nsinzo's got the pace. He's still got it, Nsinzo. And Upamecano is challenging. Does he want to throw in? Nsinzo can't believe he's got nothing from that. That should be a throw-in at least to Paraguay there. Upamecano is celebrating that like mad, by the way, because he knows that decision was the wrong one. Luca Digne coming away with it. Elise going forward in midfield position. He's been everywhere as well, Elise. So fluid, this forwards, or this whole French team, to be honest. Because Elise, in the midfield at the moment, it's gone out wide to Luca Digne. Again, touch-tight marking by Paraguay has meant that France is just limited with their options at the moment. And it won't be really surprising, I don't think, if we do end up in this half goalless. France do have a throw-in now in a dangerous position. 1 minute left of stoppage time. And a chance for both managers to get some words in. And there might be a few sterner ones from Deschamps, let's say. Elise, going back to Upamecano, who has had a very impressive half. Has kept Nsinzo at bay, which has been the biggest threat for Paraguay. He had that difficult job, and he's done it and excelled at it. Paraguay feeling something, seeing a team grind out this half, and a very impressive half it's been. It could all come down here, though, towering down with Dembele, who's opted to go back to Koundé. Tried too much there, Mbappe, and that's going to be half time. It's 0-0. Very, very good half. The only real talking bit, I think, is probably that yellow card decision. There wasn't a great deal, to be honest, to tell you about in this half. Of 0-0 so far in the action. It's all been France in terms of possession. We suspected as much, but in terms of outcome, well, the outcome has very much been Paraguay's defence has stood firm. At the moment, at half-time, we'll go through the SOFA score rankings. Gil on a 6.6. He's not had a lot to do, actually. How many saves has he had to make so far? No saves he's had to make. He's had one punch. Quiet as a mouse. They just can't get to him. 6.6 for Alonso. Again, don't think he's done a great deal, to be honest. He's had 3 defensive contributions, 3 recoveries, 2 interceptions, 1 block shot. 6.7 for Alderete. Who? Oh, stupid thing. And Alderete, again, has hardly had much of the ball. It's all been France, to be honest. But they just haven't managed to get past the zonal marking and touch tight. 4 clearances is all Alderete has had to do. 6.7 for Gomez. Gustavo Gomez, that one is. Again, only he's had to have 2 clearances, 1 recovery, and 1 is 1 ground duel. France so far doing absolutely nothing with the ball. 6.8 for Velázquez. I think he's been decent actually. So far, definitely done the most defensive work. 8 defensive contributions, 7 clearances, 1 block shot. 1 is 1 aerial duel and 1 foul. But so far, Velázquez is one of the better teams, one of the better players rather, for Paraguay. Caceres on a 6.7. He's been frustrating at times because I've wanted him to run forward a bit more. But he's 1 tackle, 2 interceptions, 3 recoveries, and 1 both of his ground duels. 6.4 for Galaza. I don't think he's done a great deal for a midfielder, to be honest. I want to see him on the ball a bit more. 7.1 for Kubas, probably being the best player for Paraguay. Has had 1 key pass, 1 interception, 1 out of 4 tackles, 2 clearances, 3 recoveries, 4 out of 7 ground duels, 1 foul, 1 dribble pass. But he's been involved, and that's what the important thing is sometimes. 6.7 for Diego Gomez. Occasionally has popped up with a smart run or 2. A bit of a dribble work. Touches. He's had 22 touches and 1 carry. But when he's on the ball, he's a threat. 6.2 for Miguel Almiron. I think maybe not charitable. I thought he had some decent runs at times. He's been quite deep, Almiron. He's been forced back. But I think it's one of them things, it's a stat which isn't really talked about on SofaScore is, transitioning play. 6.4 for Encinzo. Again, he's been in the right positions. He's just not managed to beat Upamecano. So far for France, 6.8 for Magnan. Again, he's had 1 high claim, but nothing else much to do. Koundé on a 7.0. Been decent actually. I think he's been quite high intensity. He's had 2 clearances, 5 recoveries, 1 out of 1 aerial duel, 1 out of 2 ground duels, 1. Has been quite important in that build-up on the right-hand side. 7.0 for Upamecano. I think probably the best player for France actually, which is probably not a great thing to say when your centre-back is the best player, but he's had 6 defensive contributions, 3 out of 5 ground duels he's won. He's had 5 recoveries. He's only been dribbled past once and has kept Encinzo and Quiet at bay. William Saliba at 6.8. He's not done a great deal, to be honest. He's had the ball a lot, but ultimately, he's playing more like a midfielder than a defender, to be honest. But a lot of his passes have been side to side. He's on a 97% accurate pass rate. He's had 33 out of the 34 passes find his man, but only 2 of them have been long balls. It's been all side to side. It's not that hard to do. 6.5 for Luca Digne. I thought he's had some exciting runs forward, but in that final third, hasn't quite managed to pull it off so far. None of his free crosses has been accurate. Does sort of mean that the rest of France have been struggling. 6.7 for Kone. It's almost been an attacking midfielder in a sense at times. Great amount of passing, though. 36 out of 38 passes has found the target. A lot of them scurrying it out to try and get Dembele onto it because he can work magic, although he hasn't at the moment. We'll come to him in a minute. 6.5 for Rabiot. He's really been the only ones to actually try and take on a chance. He's had 2 shots. 1 was blocked. The other was over the crossbar. But in terms of, at least he's having a go. I don't mind it if you're having a go. 6.4 for Ousmane Dembele, someone who's been dead quiet at times. Hasn't been overly that good. He's had 2 key passes, 11 crosses. Only one of them was accurate, though. You know, if he has a bit better game, the rest of the team has a better game, and he needs to up his standards at this moment in time, because we know we can reach them levels. 6.5 for Elise. He's been a bit of everywhere, and a good player, mind you, at that as well. He's had some good interceptions. You know, he's still not managed to necessarily find his man. 3 crosses, none of them are accurate, but his spraying of a ball has been very good. And switching play, it's all gone through him. 6.5 for Barcola. I think maybe unfortunate to have picked up that yellow card. 1 key pass, but he's not been on the ball enough for my liking at the moment. And 6.7 for Mbappe. Being everywhere, but nowhere. They keep on trying to find him, but he hasn't quite managed to get control on the ball yet. It's one of them things, unfortunately, you can't do that sort of thing at the highest level. But yeah, the only real talking points is the Rabiot efforts. And to be fair, that was that Dembele cross come shot, but there's nothing really to talk about. France have been attacking, but not really having that end product. And I think that's probably what your punditry team is what they'll be saying. Maybe it's just a bit of patience. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to top up my drink. For those that are wondering, I will try to cover the England game, even though it was a very late kickoff. Up against Mexico at the Azteca Arena, where England haven't had the greatest of histories. Obviously, that result against Argentina in 1986 will forever plague the national team. But alas, it is what it is. And, well, we're coming into the position where, I mean, England have frustrated this World Cup. Everything has just been frustrating. And I've not been a fan of Tuchel. And his substitutes have worked fine, but he just can't seem to start games in the right manner. We have to wait until we're a bit nervous. And that I'm just worried about, the Azteca, and lots of people talk about the altitude or change of fixtures. Makes little difference to me. They're just excuses. Whether they're valid or not, I don't really care. You do wonder if we're going into extra time for this game, by the way. Paraguay, though, could nick it. I will say that. They could nick it. And, well, that would be certainly something to talk about if Paraguay managed to get another upset. We already have to give him a bit of respect for knocking out Germany, but knocking out France, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish, because this France team are favourites to win the tournament. I suspect a lot of changes at half-time, tactically as well as maybe personnel. Kolomuani, potentially someone to come on the pitch for France. Who else would be good options to come on if need be to change a game? Lucas Hernandez, Tushimeni, Ryan Shirky, Marcus Thuram. Well, we don't have Koulibaly. Mateta could be an interesting one. Mateta. In terms of looking at average positions, France have been very central, actually, or out left. Their right has been much more central than I would have imagined. Why is the number 15 like that? I don't know. But Gustavo Gomez, for some reason, is ghosting on my screen. The number 19 in Cinzio has had a lot of support, actually, going forward by Diego Gomez. I think that's an important thing to note. Diego Gomez doing the dirty work in both boxes at the moment. I think Didier Deschamps is going to be frustrated. And rightfully so. His team haven't performed that way. And there's been a couple of times of a dark arts in this game. And I don't think a personnel change helps them. I think a personnel change, you're just bringing like for like on. Because it isn't the people who is the problem, it's the style. So I think I'm going to agree with Michael Richards here and say that it's the speed. We looked at Spain and how they dispatched Austria. They were very quick and very dynamic and fluid with the ball. And I think France has been a bit lackadaisical, a bit predictable at times. And Paraguay always have a man or two around preventing any crosses or passes coming in. The French players are in the tunnel well ready to come out, probably with a right bollocking by Deschamps behind them. But it's certainly presenting an opportunity. We are about to get underway for the second half, I believe. Can't be that much longer. The Paraguayan side is now coming out, as are the French side. Nothing but concentration and tactics going through the French team's heads of how to change things to try and swing it into their favour. So far, same as adopted orders for Paraguay, same as the first half. Keep an eye, track your attackers, defend well, mark 1-2. They've just closed a lot of players out of the game. I think Dembele has just been so ineffectual. That's one of the ones who's been just closed out. But same case with Elise and Mbappe, and they're all being a bit, they're doing a Macarena in the flipping crowd. The Macarena of the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle. See if we can get Kylian Mbappe involved with that. He's been accused of looking like a Ninja Turtle before, hasn't he? I stopped doing that recently. Was a nickname which stuck for a while. Paraguay will kick us off the second half. Are they going to do what France did and just absolutely lever it down the field? I hope not. It was the most ridiculous thing. I don't like the strategy at all. Right. Team in red and white to get us underway. Although from this angle it looks like we're just all playing in white. Just waiting for referee to get us underway. That is literally all we're waiting for. And we're off. All the way back to the goalkeeper. We'll power it down forward. And that's a better technique, I'd say. Oh, right. Back underway. And Paraguay attacking instantly. Can Sinzo get there? Or Saliba just clearing it? Elise's trying to pick up the ball has been intercepted quite nicely, actually. Paraguay will have possession, which they're probably being told, get on the ball a bit more. There's an opportunity for you here. That's going to be a free kick. For Paraguay, Gil in goal. Back five, Alonso, Alderete, Gomez, Valquez, and there's no point in saying this. They're completely unchanged, right? It goes far too quickly. Someone needs to talk to the live feed people because that lineup goes too quickly. I think it was Luca Digne who maybe caught the player. Paraguay's looked exciting this half. The number 8, Gomez, to take it. There's a very good advanced line here. It's gone forward. Oh, it's cleared away by... I think it... I can't remember. I didn't see who it was. Anyway, Elise is down holding his head. Was it Kone who cleared it? Potentially. I'm not sure France have done much different, so they seem to have the same lineup. Probably just minor tweaks. But at the moment, nothing much seems to have changed. In my eyes, anyway. Kone to Dembele. All a bit breaking up. France trying to find that unlocking pass, which it can't quite do at the moment. It's gone in. Elise potentially getting there, but well swept up by Paraguay. They're cleared down. Upamecano has to pass it back to his goalkeeper, Mannion, because Encinzo was chasing. And a chance for a French counter-attack of sorts. Pretty footwork by Elise, but he's just done a bit too much there. Lucky deflection by Kone. Has seen it go into the... Well, it's now with Elise. Chances are being created. Rabiot with another long shot, and again over the crossbar. I think that's the third time he's done it this game. I think that might be the deflection by Kubas, actually. Looked like a deflection to me. And it's been given a goal kick. Hoof downfield. And again by Paraguay. And this one's a bit better. Almiron runs into the penalty area. It's dragged well wide. Almiron trying to claim a penalty. It's going to be a corner. That's at least a decent enough option. Almiron with a great burst of pace there, actually. I think it looked more like a penalty than a corner kick. If it was not a foul, I would have said that would have been a goal kick, but can't please them all. A great chance here for Paraguay and a set piece. We know they love a few set pieces here. Galaza getting told off by the referee for a bit of a scrapping with Jules Koundé. And on to take this corner. Sun in his eyes. Cross comes in, punched up by Mannion. Headed back in to the Paraguayan for the Paraguayan attack. Is that going to be a free kick? Might be a throw-in. I think Upamecano was the one who it came off last. Great position for a throw-in though. Alonso to take it. Goes in. Mannion catches that nice and easily and will start the counter-attack. And there's great pace by Mbappe. He's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper and he's fluffed his lines. They're claiming a handball. Caceres. The referee was definitely not up with play. They're taking the corner quickly. It's gone into the side nettings. It's all going to get a bit bad. There's Gills down, injured. Dembele is trying to shake him up. So just walk away, mate. Was it a handball? That was a handball. That was a blatant handball. Almost on a hand of God level moment. Mbappe definitely controlled that with his arms. In fact, I would argue that's almost a yellow cardable offence. And he took it quickly so no one could check. And that's got to go out for a goal kick as well. And Dembele's just fallen over two players as well in the process. Have a look at VAR, mate. Because you'll see that there was a definite handball. If Mbappe was a bigger man, he would have admitted that. Because that was that was as clear as day a handball, mate. It's a disgusting level behaviour. Now you look at it, Mike Mannion, with a long ball forward, but it was controlled by the arm of Mbappe. Right, look at it. Great ball to find the run, but it's controlled by the arm. Mbappe's lucky, I think, not to be booked here. Mbappe, you are a very lucky man. A goal kick then by Gil. And I must say Paraguay has impressed me this half. More so than even the first half. As the game opens up, France will inevitably benefit. Upamecano now. Another stalwart of the French team. Jules Koundé going forward. Gets the return. It was a long shot, but it was palmed over. Wasn't too bad of an effort, and it has resulted in. Well, there's a disagreement. Is it a corner kick or is it a goal kick? It was Kone, rather, sorry. Long range effort. It was definitely parried over by the goalkeeper. Corner kick of Lino's having a right go at one of the Paraguay players for getting too close. I think it's Incinzo. Wasn't a great corner kick. It's surely gone out of play, and it has. Elise shaking his head in disagreement. I think he knows. That went out. He knows inside. Ball flying forward. Great long throw again by Paraguay. Nodded downfield on. Almiron has got French players all over him, but has managed to find a way out there. Oh, Elise gets it. Elise out wide. And it will be a corner kick. Dembele to take. It's 55 minutes in, still 0-0. Getting to that point, but changes might be on the minds of some of the management. You know, say about an hour in, you just throw someone on. Yes, well, it's too easy and caught and claimed by Gill. Kicks it long downfield, looking for the run of Asunze. Saliba heads it up. That's not great. Jules Koundé under it, fine. They have come away with seconds, to be fair, Paraguay, and do have a bit of control. Upamecano manages to intercept a pass there. Dembele can't control it. Paraguay having a bit of spell in possession, which is a rarity to be said. I mean, France have been good, but it's closing off a couple of times, and Sinzo will get there potentially, and he does. Koundé has managed to successfully claim it was a throw-in. It wasn't too certain. It was a bit of a close margins in it. I think Paraguay thinking of bringing on a sub, actually. I did say, potentially this time, that they'd start thinking about bringing on substitutes. Alderete is on the ground, so it might be that his day is over. Looking at that chance, it was a decent one by Kone. He's just parried over by Gill. That might have been sneaking in. His first save of the game, by the way. Well, Alderete's day looks to be over. He is marching his way to the tunnel. Bit of aching pains. Number 13, Canale, will come on in his place. And France will get us back on the way. And already the momentum is shifting back into their favour with that stoppage. Oh, again, dispossessed all far too easily. It was Mbappe. Is he giving away a foul there? Well, no, says the ref. I beg to differ. Barcola skipping past many people there. And it's all a bit last ditch and it's in the arms of goalkeeper Caceres. Very happy with that. Because it was a good chance there by Barcola. And Sinzo running onto it. He's got Saliba for company. And it's gone out for a French throw-in, which Saliba will take. And Sinzo causing problems as he did against Germany. You can tell why he is one of the more highly rated players within the Paraguayan setup. Upamecano with it now. a long shot and Barcola with a speculative effort, high and wide, and I think Deschamps is ready to make a change. And Sinzo on the ground, he's wanting to be subbed. I won't bring him off in Sinzo unless I absolutely have to. He's been a right thorn in the French defensive sides. Number 24 is potentially coming on for Paraguay on the hour mark. And Sinzo's day is over. That's going to be a right blow for Paraguay. That is for sure. Can this number 24 step into Sinzo's shoes? Caballero will be potentially a good option. France are also making a change. Barcola's day is over. That was the last of his action. He makes his way for the bench. Doué, interestingly, is one who comes on for him. France are being already pressed, and that early that change already for Caballero looking to have paid off as that energy going forward is just what was needed. Upamecano moving now, but with more pacey centre forward, with more energy, it's going to be difficult for the lad. Moving forward are France, working well as a team. Nice patterns of play emerging. Elise trying to find a ball forward to Digne, who's managed to just about get there, but can't get the cross off. Gomez with a back pass. That's a risky place for a back pass, I must say. He's managed to just about come away with it of a throw-in for France. Or is it Paraguay, rather? He's a very lucky man there, because that could have ended up anywhere. It's thrown, headed on, but Upamecano will collect. As the minutes drag on, there's more and more. This French team will feel the pressure. They know what happened to their rivals Germany, and Paraguay are beginning to feel their way into this game. Kone interacting with Koundé. Very similar sounding names. Progressing forward on the width with Luca Digne. That's going to be a free kick. Or not, says the ref. I'm not sure about that not being a free kick. It was either Rabiot. Digne was one of them ones who went down. Elise in field and managed to scurry it away to Upamecano. Doué forward, another very long shot. That one's the worst of the game by Mbappe. That was horrific. Doué was actually the one who went tumbling on the ground. That's not convinced. He's not got the ball there. I don't know how he's not given a free kick in that position. Even on the referee cam, it makes not much difference to me. And they're progressing forward. Another 1-2 between the Koundé-Kone combination. And France are coming forward in midfield, trying to find that incisive pass that they can't quite manage yet. They haven't really managed to test the goalkeeper much. Whenever they have, been more than matched. Oh, Rabiot now is such a hugging the touchline so much. I don't know what happened there. One of the Paraguayan players just fell on the ground like he was shot completely off the ball. Douay jumping past players and gone down claiming a penalty. No, says the ref. And there's going to be a run forward. This is a great run chance here by Almiron, but Saliba's got the pace to deal with that. And Almiron's gone down with cramp. I'm not surprised. He's just run full pelt, and the lad, let's face it, isn't getting any younger. Was that a penalty shout? I don't know about that. And it's definitely a possibility. I've seen them ones definitely given. VAR. Gomez has stuck a leg out. I would say, I think that's in the penalty area as well. Douay will be unlucky to not get a penalty. VAR is definitely looking at this, by the way. And I think this will be awarded a penalty. He's going to the screen. And if he looks at the screen and sees what we see, it's going to be a penalty. It's, for me, quite an obvious error. I mean, how can you look at that and not say it's a penalty? He's made no contact with the ball at all. It's definitely a penalty. He's not got the ball. Yeah, I mean, I'd be convinced to say that's a penalty. Paraguay know it. We can't hear what he's saying because I'm not put the volume on, but I think he's pointed to the spot. Very much understandable. Dewey did his man. And, well, it'll be a penalty to France just before the hydration break. So, an opportunity. Gomez, I won't be surprised if he's in the book for this, as well. He's in a dangerous position. It is given as a penalty. The Paraguayan players just need to clear off. And that's what the referee is saying. Just let your goalkeeper do your thing, right? See if Gil can make himself a hero yet again. I mean, your Usman Dembele will be looking like one who's going to be taking it. Everyone getting out of the box. That Caceres player, he knows what he's doing there. It's actually going to be Mbappe to take it. I was going to say, surely it's going to be Mbappe. For the last 5 penalties for club and country, Kylian Mbappe has scored every single one. But we know from the penalty shootout exploits in the last game, Paraguay are no mugs at this. They've been here before. But this is different gravy. This is Kylian Mbappe all over. What is going on? This just feels like a complete waste of time. I don't know if it's a distraction tactics or what. It feels very much ridiculous. Right, Mbappe takes the penalty, slow run up, goal, bottom corner. As everyone expected, Mbappe has broken the deadlock, 1-0. It was really the only way that Paraguay were going to go behind, and unfortunately it's happened. They couldn't do it naturally in open play, but in a penalty shootout, you back Mbappe every day. Well, it's now going to be a mountain to climb for Paraguay, and they know it. With 20 minutes left to go, it's not impossible, but it's a very difficult task. And now having to push through the game, they may open themselves to few more mistakes at the back. I mean, he sent the keeper the wrong way as well as Mbappe. He's just picked a corner and cool as you like. Does mean we're not going probably to extra time, which I don't mind that. Because I'm not a fan of extra time. And Mbappe knows how much that means. Yeah, I'm saying no disgrace to Paraguay. They themselves are making a double substitution now. Probably to be a bit more attacking. And maybe a bit of a formation change as well. 5-3-2 won't be a bad situation to be at this point. Must look like glitter. Well, Almiron is coming off. He did cramp up earlier, and so it makes sense that he's come off the pitch. I haven't actually got the substitutes in front of me. I'm sure I'll be revealed that in a minute, but Mbappe's penalty in the 70th minute is the difference between the two teams. It's knocked downfield instantly by Paraguay. They're looking for something here. The speed, and Mike Mannion's claimed it into his hands. There was an on-rushing attack there, potentially. Could have been quite a dangerous one. Number 24. I'm not sure, because I think he's one of the ones who was just brought on. Rabiot is on the floor in agony. It's an interchange with him and Cubas. I think this will be the point where the hydration break is. Yep. We are at the hydration break period. It's all getting a bit tense at this point. There's a little bit of scrapping going on. All a bit argy-bargy. The referee doesn't seem concerned in the slightest. Didier Deschamps is trying to separate him instead. This is ending up in a feisty occasion, I'm telling you now. I will not be surprised at all if there's a scrap at full time. It's got it written all over it. I'm not happy about that Caceres guy either, by the way. He's been all over Mbappe and the like. See if I can find the subs. Happened just before this point. Gomez and Almiron came off for Mauricio and Gabriel Avalos. There you go. On Monday, we've also got Portugal versus Spain in the evening, the Iberian derby. Not a bad game in the slightest. It's an interesting position, this, because France can try and push to further their lead, but expose themselves at the back for Paraguay to get another one, or they could probably be content to keep possession at this point, knowing that Paraguay are probably going to struggle. Momentum always does change after the hydration break, and Paraguay will be hoping that is definitely the case for them in this one. Having just conceded, certainly might be the case that if that does switch, they could count themselves lucky. Only 15 minutes normal time left to play, maybe 5 minutes left of stoppage time as well, so probably about 20 minutes left in this game. But we are back underway. France have resumed play. Lifted the ball forward, and, well, Mike Mannion will get there. Upamecano. Long on the floor ball. Just a confirmation, Gomez and Almiron came off, and Avalos and Mauricio came on. That is now Paraguay, no more subs left for this game. They've made all of theirs. France, I think, still got 4 of theirs left. So 1-0 to France. Opportunity here for a run down the field. Dewey has it now. Oh, he's been dispossessed. Mbappe's just given away a free kick, surely. And now he's gone down being well over dramatic about it. Paraguay telling him to get up. Quite right too. Caceres got shoulder barged down on the floor by Mbappe. I mean, Caceres did then just lash out with his studs on the floor. Caceres is one of these players who's really hacking me off, by the way. He's doing all the dark arts. He's a horrible player. I really do dislike this player. He kicked Dembele in the studs just before the penalty, by the way. Also, Mbappe has equaled Messi in World Cup goals for this at 7th for Golden Boot of 2026. That's going to be an interesting race going all the way, I imagine. May even be a repeat of the 2022 World Cup final. Goal kick for France. At this moment in time, Paraguay or France, like, look at this, right? During the penalty, just before the penalty, Caceres does a little kick behind Dembele. And then Mbappe slots obviously the penalty home, but it, for me, is absolutely ridiculous, some of these decisions. Paraguay have it now. Lovely bit of triangles plays they're actually playing at the moment, which is mental considering who they're up against. Maybe France are just content to have them have a ball at the moment. It's quite hard to tell, but it's definitely being led by this Caballero guy who came on for Incinzio. Great ball forward. It's flicked on. Oh, but Koundé gets more than capable of matching that. It literally came off Koundé last, mate. Paraguay can't believe it. And it has finally been overturned to the correct decision, I was going to say. It's a good position for a throw-in here, actually. We know Paraguay have a long throw-in. Can't be offside directly from a throw-in. It's thrown in, it's headed up. Dewey went down. Upamecano also is going to be given a free kick somewhere. I don't know for which one exactly. I don't know. Oh, Upamecano got. It's just been shouldered into the ribs. It's very, very much dark arts of football, and I'm not a fan of it. You expect this sort of play in League One sort of thing, not a World Cup round of 16. Mike Maignan take this goal kick. 10 minutes left of normal time left to play. 1-0 to France. Still a game very much hanging in the balance. Has been all game, really. France really haven't capitalised on it. The only way they broke through was a penalty. Alonso to take this throw in the defensive half. Flicked on nicely there. Cheeky flick on. But it comes to nothing, and Dembele has it, but it's headed up in the air by Paraguay. That's a rash challenge there. That's going to be a yellow card. Can't have any complaints about that, even if it is against Caceres. Kone's just absolutely launched himself at the player there. I don't think he even got any of the ball. Kone in the book then. Manu Kone. I mean, I'm surprised Paraguay haven't had a player booked yet. Free kick it will be then on the halfway line. Gone far in, headed on. Mike Maignan easily collecting that ball. It's never going to be a challenge for the French goalkeeper. He bowls it out to the right with Luca Digne. Progressing forward is the Frenchman Luca Digne. Moving back. This play's been switched. At least they can't manage it. And pushed down the field. Is that a free kick? No, says the ref. A bit surprised about that, to be honest. Kone yet again involved with it. France have lots of space here. The game has very much opened up, as I thought it might have done. The difference between the size of this pitch and the pitch that I was at for a non-league game today is astronomical. Must be at least 20 metres in it. And progressed forward by Elise. Oh, he's just done too much and it's been pickpocketed. And that's great work by the forward by Paraguay. There's been a couple of needless fouls, and the second one has resulted in a free kick to France. And talking about France, they are making a substitute. Ousmane Dembele's day is over. Been a frustrating watch for him. Not his best game. I think we can all agree on that. Is Tchouaméni the one who's going to come on? I'm not sure. It's going to be Ryan Cherki, the Man City striker. I imagine this means that Mbappe will go out wide. But you never know. Cherki can operate also out wide, I believe. Long throwing defensively. I'm not sure why Dewey's done that. Upamecano. Rabiot. Easily evades the challenge there, by the way. We've just left sprawling Paraguay. It's like when you accidentally press the slide tackle button on FIFA. Already getting involved with a few touches, Shirky. A fair few 1-2s going on between him and Elise. Saliba passing it forward to Digne. Some excellent work at the moment. Paraguay can't really get a touch. Suddenly France started using some space. Shirky rolls it back to Koundé. Luca Digne has it now. Interchange of players resulted in a throw-in for Paraguay. Long throw here, presumably. I'm going to try and get it in the opposition half. So plenty of time. Another throw-in for Paraguay, further forward this time. Nice long throw. Flicked on. Shot comes in. It's not quite directed goalwards. I think it was Alonso with the effort. You can tell from a centre-back. Paraguay getting nervous. Mike Mannion with the goal kick downfield, but it's headed by Paraguay back. Shirky, Kone's gone down holding his head. Involved with a clash between him and Galatza. I don't think there was much contact there. Mbappe might be able to get this. No. Well cleared in the end by Paraguay. They've sustained a hefty barrage and they've come away and winning the hearts of a great many people by their defensive aptitude. But unfortunately, it does begin to look like maybe their run is coming to an end. We've got 2.5 minutes of normal time. Probably have about 5, 6, maybe a bit more of stoppage time. Paraguay wanting to take the throw-in quickly, being urged on by their head coach. There's space all over the pitch. France are not marking anybody, to be honest. They're not used to being on the defence against a team like Paraguay. I can tell you that for nothing. Mbappe has it now, though, and the counter-attack is definitely on. Shot comes in, saved by Gil. Elise will be able to get the scraps for seconds, though I can guarantee you for that. It's sort of the sting's been taken out of the attack, to be honest, and it's all the way back with Ruben and Carmo in midfield. Not a bad effort, though, from Mbappe, but Gil, yet again, coming to Paraguay's aid when needed. Well, France will probably hold on to this win. Unfortunately, it's been nothing short of a great game, though. For width, the 94 passes completed for Paraguay compared to 474 for France. What a complete difference between these two teams. And yet Paraguay have managed to keep it a very respectable 1-0 to France. And it was only a penalty that forced the issue. Upamecano has it, but he can only get it to a Paraguayan player. And there's a chance here. And Mike Mannion comes with a recovering effort, shave. Best effort of the game, I would say, from Paraguay there. It's from number 11, Meccano, was it? What he's called? Something like that. Trailing leg. Saliba doesn't get it. Meccano again. It's been impressive since he's come on. We've been shown the stoppage time, but I didn't quite catch it. 10 minutes. Plenty of time. The cross comes in for Paraguay. Recovering header by Saliba. They'll now attack on the counter-attack with Elise. Plenty of options going forward. It's out wide with Dewey. The block comes in and it's hoofed up. Koundé left completely unmarked, got the free header. And Dewey manages to get it out to Rabiot. Dewey in field to Elise. That's surely a free kick. Galazza, I believe it was, who committed the foul against Elise. He's made no intention to get the ball at all. He's just absolutely stuck to lead out. He should really get a yellow, to be honest. I mean, I think the coach is more frustrated at the cheap foul, to be honest, which is not needed. Time is ticking by very slowly for France at the moment. Shirky. Loses the ball. It's a great tackle, to be honest, actually. If Meccano has to get this, he does. He's still got Paraguayan forward all around him. Has Koundé kicked that out? Paraguayan manager can't believe something. I think it's the free kick, which has been awarded to France. Deschamps is urging his team to calm down, keep their heads, don't do anything reckless at this point. 7 minutes left or so. It's all the way downfield for a Paraguayan throw. Not a great free kick, to be honest. French fans sitting or standing nervously at the moment. Understandably so. I mean, Kone's got it now. Shirky. That will be a corner kick, right? Not bad for Shirky at all. Impressed in the time he's been on. Luce to take the corner kick. Mbappe and Caceres, the battle that has been happening all this game is still continuing into this 94th minute. It's an absolute time wasting of a thing. What is going on? Just take the flipping corner, mate. Dewey gets returned to Elise, but the slide tackle comes in, greatly intercepted, and Paraguay can break. Deflection takes it to a throw-in. Koundé is on the floor, holding his face. I'm not sure what happened there. Paraguay, I know, definitely wanted to go quickly, by the way. There's definitely an aspect of that. He's dived. He's absolutely dived. You should be in the book for that, Koundé. He just dived holding his face. What is going on? There's like 3 balls on the pitch. Paraguay should be having a throw in, which will eventually be taken. All the bench are out demonstrating about something or other. Easy clearance by France, to be honest. Wasn't a great throw. But the seconds are important. Lifted forward. Headed back to Manion. Oh, hesitated there and was almost a costly error. Bowled out wide. Just about kept in, by the way. And some pace on it. It looked like it was going straight out. Manion again lifting it up. All a bit of interchange and France can break here. Coming forward with Dewey. Pass back to Mbappe, who has a shot on the rebound. Great double save by Gil. Still got 4 minutes left of stoppage time, and Gil goes far downfield. The game has really opened up, as it always does in stoppage time. Galazza wins his team a free kick. Has he just been punched in the face, or is he over-dramatising? Anyway, a yellow card has been given. I think it was Elise. I mean, if that's a punch in the face, that's violent, serious violent conduct, is it not? I think he's dived there. I don't think he's punched him in the face at all. Well, Elise maybe unfortunately got a yellow card. Paraguay going forward. Bit of a miscue there by Saliba. Has given a corner to Paraguay, a chance for the South American team. A chance to salvage extra time. Oh my days. The over dramatising of. Is it that Galazas again? Absolutely ridiculous. Get a grip. Comes in, collected by Manion. So France building up through the lines. Mbappe for a final attack. There's only about a minute and a half left. He's tumbled down, won his team a free kick. Caceres, of course it is, the one who, yet again, it's been a duel of the century, I think. Caceres just sticked his leg out there. I mean, pushed him behind. It's a tale as old as time. Minute left. Taken really shortly. That must be the shortest ever taken. It's going to take to the corner. I think that's is it a corner kick? Mbappe's having a right laugh with Galazza. I just calm the game down, mate. Dewey's claiming that he's been fouled. He's come back up from the floor. He's got the ball now. Lost it again. Regained it with Luca Digne. Oh, it's a free kick to Paraguay. I mean, there's not a lot of point in this, is there? He's going to blow the whistle in a minute. Any second now. Be the end of the game. Mbappe's like, that's not where the foul happened. I've not got time of a free kick. It's the end of the game. Well, 1-0 to France. They have progressed through. Whippy-doo. Not too surprising, is it, to anyone? Oh, well. No upset this time round. Let's just have a look at some of the games. SofaScore's given Mike Mannion, by the way, as man of the match. Does that not show how pathetic France have been? 7.7 for Gill, who I think should have been man of the match, considering he kept 4 saves in total and actually kept France at bay. 1 punch, 1 eye claim, 2 saves from inside the box. He prevented almost a whole goal by himself, to be honest. Alonso on a 6.6. Not great, other than his long throw-ins, to be honest. That's his only real redeeming factor. He's had 7 defensive contributions. Alderete came off injured on a 6.7. Came off for Canale. I don't think Alderete was that great, to be honest. Canale himself on a 6.3, though, so maybe even been a downgrade on that. A 6.6 for Gomez. Don't think he did a great deal, to be honest. Bit of a quiet game, all things concerned. 4 defensive contributions. Just shows how little France actually were effective with the ball, to be honest. 6.3 for Velasquez. Wasn't a fan. He was one of them ones that I just thought just faded out the game so much. We did have 9 defensive contributions, so you can't complain too much in terms of 7 clearances, 1 block shot, but he only won 2 out of 6 ground duels and was drilled past once and fouled twice. So a bit of a mixed bag of display. 6.5 for Caceres, who was a right pain in the backside, doing all the dark arts. 8 defensive contributions, though. 4 out of 4 tackles, 1 on 7 out of 12 ground duels. Did have 1 error leading to shot and dribble pass a couple of times, but did do a last man tackle as well. So he did the dirty game well, you could say, but I'm not a fan of it. And the same with Galazza on a 6.3. He definitely 1 key pass, but yeah, not a fan of the antics that he played on this game. 7.1 for Kubas, probably the silver lining in this Paraguay team. Actually tried to make things happen, even if he was, unsuccessful time to time. He always was there trying to make things happen. Diego Gomez on a 6.2 came off for Mauricio, and things did vastly improve, I must say, since Mauricio was on. I must say, when we're talking about Mauricio, on a 7.0, what a difference he made. Had the best effort for Paraguay, forcing a save for Mannion, a very difficult save as well. And 1 key pass was a very solid upgrade. I'm surprised he didn't start. 6.1 for Almiron. I think that's maybe a bit unkind. I think he made some great runs, Almiron, but ultimately that's not what matters. And he got replaced by Avalos on a 6.4. I don't think Avalos was all right, I suppose. Bit average, but did also do some good runs forward. 6.4 for Incendio. He came off injured. I think I thought he had quite a good game, actually, although he didn't have any goal of action, so I think they have marked him down for that. In terms of, he was replaced himself by Caballero, who had some very good opportunities going forward. France, they have a 7.7 for Mannion. As the game went on, he was more and more tested, but he only made ever 1 save, 1 punch, and 3 high claims. I don't think he deserved man of the match. 7.3 for Koundé. Got a bit involved with and dragged into the other team's games at times, but defensively, you can't really fault him for what he's done. 7.6 for Upamecano, who may I say potentially should have had man of the match. He was everywhere, winning constant duels. He had 12 defensive contributions, 11 recoveries, 3 out of 4 tackles won, 4 interceptions, 4 clearances, 6 out of 9 ground duels won, 1 aerial duel, 1 foul. Did have an error leading shot and once was dribbled past, but the amount of work that he put in, I would say Upamecano probably more deserving of man of the match. Saliba 7.1. I don't think he was the greatest. There was a couple of errors he had. He did also have 11 defensive contributions, though. Just sort of proved a bit that actually Paraguay, when they were in the ascendancy, were causing a bit of troubles. 7.1 for Luca Digne, acting more like a winger than a wing-back than anything. 9 defensive contributions, though. When he needed to do his defensive duties, he did then. In terms of midfielders, Kone on a 7.0. A couple of speculative efforts on target, well, off target. 1 key pass in terms of shots. 1 was saved, just parried over the bar. 1 was missed, and 1 was blocked. But you can't blame him. Not too bad from the midfielder. Rabiot had a 6.9. Maybe should have passed when he took on a shot a fair few times. He blazed it over the bar. That decision making was not great. A 6.1 for Ousmane Dembele. An absolutely horror show by the lad. Everything he did was just not great today. And he came off for Shirky, who was on a 6.5, but I think did improve that position substantially. Elise on a 6.6, maybe a bit of a disappointing performance from him. But I think what was more disappointing was the fact that he couldn't quite get the right desired contact in that final area. I don't think he should have got a yellow, to be honest. I think it was a dive. 6.4 for Barcola, maybe the same with that situation. He was a very quiet player, ineffectual, I'd say. And Dewey on a 7.5 showed the difference. Winning that penalty as well, in the 29 minutes that he was on the pitch. His dribbling, by the way, second to none. And 30 touches in half an hour. Only 1 was unsuccessful and only lost possession 5 times. He won the penalty. And yeah, 11 carries. For a player who came on for only half an hour, had a very good game. And obviously 7.5 for Kylian Mbappe, who scored a penalty. But other than that, gone to decent positions, but wasn't convinced. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Please do subscribe if you're new around here. That'd be much appreciated. As I said, National League North-South predictions at the end of this week on Friday. I have also got posts for the tiers 7 to 10 leagues. I'll be going up this week as well. And I've also going to be doing a live watch along from which ones am I going to be covering tomorrow? Let me just check. In terms of, I will be covering Brazil versus Norway and England versus Mexico tomorrow. Brazil versus Norway, Haaland versus Vinicius Jr. Build to be a cracker. But I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now.